Hi everybody, quick reminder, don't forget to check out the on-screen end cards towards the end of the video, as well as the merch shelf and links down in the description below to explore my new Outcast comic book series. And I just have to say that I genuinely appreciate all of the support that's been shown for this new adventure. Now I hope you're having a great day, and let's dive in to the top 20 smallest characters in Marvel Comics. Okay, now probably the most well-known character on this diminutive list is Wolverine, James Logan Howlett, who, while everyone knows he's a scrappy runt, is only 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighs 195 pounds without adamantium skeleton, although he's approximately 300 pounds with an adamantium skeleton. And ironically, he's the biggest person on this list. This quintessential anti-hero is a mutant with a powerful healing factor, heightened senses, and bone claws that were later coated in indestructible adamantium metal. His short, stocky build is a signature part of his character, often making opponents underestimate his ferocious strength and combat prowess. Now fittingly, at 19, we have X-23, Laura Kinney, who's overall accepted to be 5 feet 1 inch tall and weigh 110 pounds, although some listings put her at 5'6". Regardless, she's a clone created from Wolverine's genetic material, and she was trained from birth to be a living weapon. Just like Logan, she possesses an advanced healing factor, superhuman senses, and 2 adamantium-coated claws in each hand and 1 in each foot. And though she's one of the shortest human superheroes, her fierce combat skills and resilience make her one of the deadliest. Now at 18, we have Miek, who is 4 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 130 pounds. Being an Insectoid native of the planet Sakaar, Miek evolved from a diminutive native form to a larger chitin-armored king later on. However, as one of the Hulk's Warbound, he's a skilled warrior and strategist, and will always remain as one of the most prominent, smaller alien characters in the Marvel Universe. Now at 17, we have Pip the Troll, who's 4 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 144 pounds. Once being a Laxadaisian prince, Pip Gofern was mutated into a troll-like form after a night of revelry. Naturally being a hedonistic adventurer and steadfast companion to Adam Warlock, Pip's primary power is his ability to teleport, though he also possesses modest superhuman strength. His small stature is a result of his magical transformation. Now at 16, we have Leech, who's 4 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 67 pounds. Leech is a green-skinned mutant with the powerful ability to negate or dampen the superhuman powers of any being in his proximity, which is a power that's extremely underrated if you ask me. But originally being a member of the subterranean Morlocks, his ability is passive and uncontrollable, making him a walking off switch for friend or foe alike. Now at 15, we have the lovable Rocket Raccoon, who's 4 feet even and weighs 55 pounds. Being a genetically and cybernetically enhanced raccoon from the planet Half-World, Rocket is a master tactician, brilliant engineer, and expert marksman. Despite his small size and often cantankerous demeanor, he's a core member of the Guardians of the Galaxy and possesses a courage that far outclasses his own physical size. At 14, we have Puck, Eugene Judd, who's only 3 feet 6 inches tall, but weighs 225 pounds. Now, Eugene was a globe-trotting adventurer who, after battling a mystical sorcerer named Razor, had his physical body and life force mystically compressed, resulting in his dwarfed stature. And helping to contain the evil entity within him, his body became composed of a form of compressed, super-dense matter, granting him superhuman strength and durability. Other than this, he's known as a skilled acrobat, fighter, and a founding member of Canada's premier super team, Alpha Flight, not to mention being a part of a couple of other teams as well. Next up, we have Widdle, who's 3 feet 1 inch tall and weighs 80 pounds. And this is a miniature sociopathic clone of Deadpool. Possessing Deadpool's advanced healing factor and fourth wall breaking antics in a pint-sized package, he served as a member of the evil Deadpool Corps. And overall, Widdle is a chaotic and surprisingly deadly character despite his comically small stature. Now at 12, we have Doop, who's approximately 3 feet tall, but is variable, and his weight is variable as well. Doop Doop is a floating, green, pickle-shaped creature of unknown origin who once served as the cameraman for the celebrity mutant team X-Statix. His powers are vast and reality-bending, including superhuman strength, flight, and the ability to store a seemingly infinite amount of items, and even people within a pocket dimension inside his body. But coming in at 11, we have Howard the Duck, who's 2 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 40 pounds. Being part of a world that he sometimes seems sick of, Howard is an anthropomorphic duck from the planet Duck World. With no particular superhuman powers to speak of, he relies on his sharp wit, surprising mastery of Quak-Fu, and sheer stubbornness to navigate the bizarre threats he frequently encounters. But at number 10, we have Lockheed, who's 2 feet 6 inches long and weighs about 20 pounds. Now, Lockheed is a member of the Flock, a highly advanced dragon-like alien species. And though he appears small, he's an intelligent and fiercely loyal companion to Kitty Pryde and the X-Men. He can fly, breathe intense fire, and is telepathically linked to his chosen companion, understanding multiple languages as well. But he's not the only companion on the list, because at number 9, we have Cosmo the Spacedog, who happens to stand 23 inches tall at the shoulders and weighs 70 pounds. Being a former test animal of the Soviet space program, Cosmo was mutated by cosmic rays and became a powerful telepath and telekinetic. He now serves as the beloved and highly effective chief of security for the intergalactic hub known as Nowhere, proving that size has no bearing on power or responsibility. But we're not done with animals, because at number 8, we have Tippy-Toe, who's approximately 2 feet tall if you include its tail, and weighs 1.8 pounds. And this is the loyal and surprisingly intelligent Squirrel sidekick of Squirrel Girl. Tippy-Toe is an indispensable member of the team. She's a master of infiltration, a skilled combatant against small-scale threats, and has even worn a miniature Iron Man armor. It's also known to communicate with Squirrel Girl and help coordinate the Squirrel Army. So next up, at number 7, we have Widget, who is under 1 foot tall. Now, Widget is a bizarre and powerful being created from the consciousness of an alternate reality Kitty Pryde, merged with a small floating robotic sphere. Possessing Kitty's intellect and a portion of her phasing ability, Widget's primary power is its innate ability to open portals to any reality or dimension, making it a powerful, albeit tiny, multiversal traveler. At number 6, we have Thumbelina, Christina Suggs, who, in her shrunken form, can get to about 6 inches small and weighs 135 pounds no matter her height. Thumbelina is a mutant with the power to shrink her body down to a mere 6 inches. Crucially, she retains her full body mass at this size, making her incredibly dense, durable, and surprisingly strong. A former member of the Mutant Liberation Front and X-Force, her small size belies her considerable power. At number 5, we have Bug, who's approximately 6 inches tall in the Microverse. Now, as a member of the Micronauts, Bug is a hero native to the Microverse, a subatomic reality. Being an Insectoid warrior and master thief, he wields a rocket lance and possesses incredible agility. And while being microscopic relative to Earth, he is a standard-sized hero in his own dimension, nevertheless still representing the smallest scale of sentient alien life. But at number 4, we have Micromax, Scott Wright, who can shrink to under 1 inch and has a variable weight. Micromax is a British mutant and member of Excalibur with the ability to manipulate his size, mass, and density. While he can also grow to immense heights, his true mastery lies in shrinking, and his ability to reduce his size to just a few centimeters makes him an expert infiltrator and a surprisingly effective combatant. But at number 3, we're getting out of sight with Psycho Man, who's microscopic in his natural form. Psycho Man is a scientific genius and the ruler of a microscopic kingdom within the Microverse. And while he typically pilots a large, human-sized suit of armor to interact with the larger world, his actual physical form is infinitesimally small. He's known as being a classic foe of the Fantastic Four and uses his control box quite often to manipulate the emotions of his victims. So getting even smaller, at number 2, we have the Wasp, who can shrink to subatomic size and also has variable weight. Being empowered by PIM particles, the Wasp can shrink herself down to the size of an insect and even smaller. At these sizes, she retains her full strength, can fly on biosynthetic wings, and fire powerful bioelectric stings. And at her true limit, she can shrink into the Microverse, a reality existing between atoms. So at number 1, and the smallest character on this list, if you haven't already predicted, is Ant-Man, who can shrink to subatomic, near non-existent sizes. And his weight is also naturally variable. Being the quintessential shrinking hero, Ant-Man is the absolute master of miniaturization. Using PIM particles to their max, he can shrink to any conceivable size, from ant size to navigating the subatomic quantum realm, a plane of existence so small that concepts like time and space become irrelevant. His ability to become infinitesimally small makes him definitively the smallest character within the Marvel Universe, period. Now, I hope you liked this list, and did I possibly miss anybody? I tried my best to be very thorough in this one. Either way, just let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, be sure to hype and subscribe to the new Sage.